Hurricane season is here, and we have a lot to talk about with that because it's going to be an interesting season to say the least. And today I'm going to be talking about the reason why. Starting out with NOAA's prediction. They're going with an 85% chance that this could be an above average season. So you'll notice this track continues to shift towards the west. The CSRA completely out of this cone of uncertainty. That does not mean that we are in the clear. Keep in mind that it's the east side of these tropical systems that is known as the rough side, where there's the tornado threat, the gusty winds, and of course the torrential rain. Winds begin to pick up the pace late tonight, going up to around 40 to 60 miles per hour, and we can't rule out the possibility of a gust up to 70, maybe 75 miles per hour. Officially, a 74 mile per hour wind gust was observed at Augusta Regional Airport. We are all here for you at WJBF. You will stay safe, we will get through this, and everything will be okay. It is possible that the storm could strengthen. Check this out, 2 p.m. on Thursday, back up to 60 miles per hour. And the reason why is because the center is expected to go over the warm water of the Atlantic Ocean. So that just adds to the damage that's possible from it being so slow moving. Unfortunately, this is a long event for us here in the CSRA, and that is because of the slow movement of Debby. It is going off towards the northeast at 3 miles per hour, and it is also strengthening as it has now moved off the coast of Charleston. That warm water from the Atlantic Ocean is giving it more fuel, and that's why the winds are now at 60 miles per hour compared to 40 yesterday when it was over southern Georgia.
Be able to pass the torch to someone that I know that's going to be very familiar to you, and may I bring that person to you right now. That's meteorologist Jenna Petracci, who is going to be the new Chief Meteorologist here at Channel 6.
Way to go, Jenna.
So Jenna, I'm so very proud of you.
Thank you too.
It's time now for our first check of the weather with our Chief Meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Jenna, how does that title sound? And will this mean that we have better weather, like less rain?
Yes, that's what's happening.
Wow.
We don't have nearly as many storms as what was originally anticipated. So there we go.
Awesome.
The storms are holding off today for my first day so I can get adjusted. Right now on Live Viper 6, we bundle up tonight for the game. Kickoff tonight at 7:30 versus Aquinas. It will be a fantastic game. I hope you enjoy it. Reporting live at Harlem High School, Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci, back to you. The main concern being the flooding. Notice a high risk of that for parts of Emanuel and Screven County tomorrow, and even a moderate risk into parts of our area. And this all moves further up towards the north for Tuesday. So that's why we have Viper 6 alert days in effect for the next couple of days. We do have that aerial flood warning, but luckily no rain in the county anymore. We did have a shower come through that dropped an additional 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of rain. And of course, once again, we want to emphasize the code red that was issued for Bamberg County. It is encouraged that residents evacuate if you are around Embry Road down to the Colleton County line. This is the Edisto River Basin area in Bamberg County dealing with severe flooding. Notice how large this swath is of 10 to 15 inches of rain over the last 3 days, with a lot of this rain coming down in just a 24-hour period. I found out that she plans on dressing up as me for Halloween this year, which is just the most incredible thing I've ever heard. So of course, when I found that out and I put 2 and 2 together that I was going to her school, I had her join in on the 4th grade presentation, and then check out what I surprised her with. You get to be the weather girl of the day, and I'm giving you a special invitation to come to WJBF. Once Nora mastered her craft, she made her debut on WJBF by giving the final forecast. We are focused on the cold air, so tomorrow morning 44 degrees at 8 a.m., upper 50s by the afternoon, so nowhere near the 70s. And let's take a look at what's on the table over the next few days. So that colder air is taking over for the weekend with a freeze watch in effect for Saturday morning. Then a hard freeze will be likely next week for the first time this season. No matter where it goes really at this point, Augusta and many places in the CSRA will be on the east side of it, and that's where the most significant impacts are. Moves into Georgia overnight, so that's the problem here. A lot of this is happening when you'll be sleeping, when it's dark outside, and we never like to have storms during that time. So make sure you have a way to receive warnings, especially since we could have some tornado warnings with this, and the winds will be howling, so it may wake you up regardless. Once again, the highest impacts will be happening from around 8 o'clock Thursday into the overnight hours. 2 a.m. on Friday, torrential rain coming down, gusty winds, with the center of the storm possibly even moving into the CSRA. And then you can actually see where it's possible that we could have the eye of that tropical storm moving through. Notice the calmer winds within the center of it, but just to the east, that's where winds could be gusting between 39 to even 73 miles per hour. That's tropical storm strength. Hi everyone, it's Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci here, and I have meteorologist Miller Hyatt with me. Today we are going to go over a quick recap of everything that happened with Hurricane Helene. So we are talking the track, the impacts, and the stats. Also, speaking of Bamberg County, as of now, just registered as some wind damage, but we have seen all the photos and video. Of course, we have Nikita out there as well, and it is very significant damage. So there is a chance once the area gets surveyed tomorrow that this will end up being a confirmed tornado. The Bamberg County tornado was pretty strong. It was an EF2, 125 mile per hour winds, and unfortunately it took a track right into downtown Bamberg. Thank you for joining us on this very busy Thursday evening. I hope you are home and staying safe, hopefully avoiding all the flooded roadways. It has already been a very wet day, very high amounts of rainfall on top of the tornadoes we had earlier confirmed in Bamberg County. I was so happy that the rain held off, Brad. It was a little bit misty when I first started getting out there, but overall it was mostly dry. There I am doing the presentation on the field. Lots of kids out there watching. They were also interested in meteorology, and there's the first pitch.
Not bad.
Not bad. You know, the accuracy was pretty good. He's dancing because he loved the first pitch so much. That's why.
Celebrating.
And then there I am back at the meteorology booth with my weather station. Tornado in a bottle is always a big hit.
Oh, you have glitter in yours.
Yeah, so I don't know if he had glitter in his, so I guess that gives me an advantage
well,
here.
that's
There we
cool.
go. Look at that. So on Live Viper 6, notice this moving across our area, and you can see that spin as that low is moving through. Now, it is possible that some of you may have seen some flurries this morning. Rainfall totals still not even really scratching the surface of an inch, but as we go into Monday night into Tuesday night, that's when those quickly climb. A lot of us getting up to 6 to maybe even 8 inches. But check out our northern counties. Pretty much not even a drop of rain. As Miller mentioned, we are getting back to near record warmth with a high of 87 here in Evans, Augusta up to 88. That record high is 90, and we will be very close to it. So if you like the summertime weather, definitely take advantage of it tomorrow. It'd be a great day to go up towards the lake or lay by the pool if you have one. And you can see by Sunday, it'll still be a very nice day. Back to the fall-like conditions though, and also the chance of rain. That chance though is not looking super promising. It's just going to be some spotty light showers moving in here to Columbia County. We have this wet pattern. So this is the El Nino setup that we've been dealing with over the last couple of months. A lot of Gulf moisture moving in our direction, and it's because of these low pressure systems that develop out towards the west and follow this storm track, bringing rounds of rain, starting out with round 1 tomorrow. It's this low pressure system that will stay to the south of us, and that means the heaviest rain will be down in the Florida Peninsula and along the South Carolina coastline. Now on Saturday, a slightly different track here. The low will be more inland, taking a northeasterly track, pretty much moving right across our area. So this means a higher chance of heavy rain, along with some gusty winds up to around 30 miles per hour. When you're having fun, listening to music, oftentimes you forget to stay hydrated, so always remember to bring plenty of fluids with you. Starting down in our far southwestern counties, this is Washington, right over Sandersville is where we have the worst impacts right now. This area is our leading edge of the cold front. This is what's producing potentially up to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. And it's the same thing for all of these severe thunderstorm warnings. But all of this rain is due to a few different reasons. For one, we have the remnants of Francine, the center of this low pressure now around Memphis. We also have a stalled frontal boundary that's bringing the rain and storms across the Florida Peninsula, Georgia, Alabama. And then in addition to that, we have a coastal low that is developing, and this is bringing rain into North Carolina. So with all of those things combined, we just have an unsettled pattern across our area, and that will keep those chances of rain present. Beautiful rainbow. That's what we want to see more. We need the flooding to stop. We have gotten plenty of rain. That'll definitely help with the drought, right? But we have gotten way too much rain, leading to a lot of flooding concerns, unfortunately, for around half the CSRA. And it can strike when we least expect it. Lightning is responsible for 30 deaths across Georgia from 1995 to 2016.